Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. We have our full moon in Cancer. Are you guys ready for this beautiful full moon that we are about to have? I'm super excited. Good morning, guys. How are you this morning? How is everybody? Liz and Mary and Katrina, Greed-eyed, you guys are so cute. Hey, how did you guys sleep last night? That energy, I feel like with Uranus squaring Jupiter just really brought about a lot of that Uranus energy where like I totally could not sleep last night. Good morning, Rick and Ginny and Kat and Peter and Heather and Ann and Robert and Inez. How is everyone? How did you guys sleep last night? It was crazy. Oh, not so great. Yeah, me either. Yeah. Oh, you just got some snow? Vanessa's like, what sleep? Exactly. What sleep? It was crazy last night with Jupiter. So because Jupiter is the planet of expansion and abundance and it was squaring over to Uranus, it really brought more about of that, like, you know, like what is that energy of rebellion, of like what's going on, and the full moon did not help as well. So good morning, Nicole. Yeah, exactly. Well, that's good. Inez, you woke up so many times. I did too. I woke up so many freaking times. It's crazy. So we have this full moon in Cancer, you guys. Thank you, Kezzy. We have this beautiful, good morning, Amber and Frankie. Frankie, you missed class last night. Where were you? I'm just kidding. We have this full moon in Cancer, and you guys have been probably feeling this energy already, and it's been taking place, and maybe you guys have already done something as far as like letting go. And so this energy is really about really enhancing our emotional life, all right? When it comes to our family, when it comes to our home, and like all of the things we feel. Good morning, Trish and Vanessa. Good, Frankie. I'm glad you slept like a baby because you missed class. I'm just kidding. And so we're really feeling this full moon energy, and what it's asking you is emotionally in your life, what do you need to let go of? And so because it's opposing Pluto, it's been digging up all those deep emotions inside of you basically for the last 2 to 3 days. So I feel like this full moon activation has honestly been for the last 2 or 3 days. So if you've been feeling this energy, then you know that as well. It's okay, Frankie, I'm just playing with you. I'm totally just playing with you. Good morning, Darlene. And so you can totally feel this energy. I know with me, I've been having to release, and I want to tell you guys, when you can like honestly be so aligned with the divine, and when they're asking you to release people, places, and things, like life just becomes so much easier, because once you align with it and do that work and don't keep waiting till things get worse or bad or whatever, if you already know the energy's bad, then why don't you work through it? Why don't you work through that energy instead of fighting it? And so Holly says, that's why I'm crying, an anxious mess. Yes, exactly. You know, I've literally had to do a lot of stuff where I've had to protect my emotions, protect myself, okay? And so this is what this energy is about, is how are you protecting yourself? Where is it that you are like maybe staying in a toxic relationship, a toxic friendship, a toxic with a coworker or something like that? Where is that you're like holding on and you're like, this isn't working out anymore? Where is it that you have been seeing people that have been using you, abusing you, maybe even copying you, like all of that, and you're like, I need to let this go, okay? So Trish says, all well. Then I sidekicked the universe. You deserve a break. Yeah, exactly. Good. Yeah, let the email flow. So if you guys feel this energy, it's about letting go and releasing. Good morning, Patricia. And just like allowing yourself to just own your own feelings and really aligning with that. Because here's the thing, you guys, if it makes you good, don't worry about what the outside world thinks, okay? I feel like this is so key and prominent because today at this 27-degree mark, 2 + 7 is a 9. 9 is a completion. And tomorrow we have the North Node changing signs. So this is a completion of a cycle. Literally, like today is the end and tomorrow is a new beginning, okay? And so if you've been feeling a lot of this energy, then you can feel that as well. And so today is literally the ending of a cycle. And like, we can almost say like, this is like New Year's Eve tonight. And like tonight, like this full moon is like New Year's, and tomorrow's like a New Year's Day with the North Node in Taurus. So if you own that, oh, I love that, Vanessa. She's like, my life number's a 9. I love that. And so if you guys feel this energy, it's about releasing that, letting that go, so you can come into tomorrow, Tuesday, brand new set of who I am. Your confidence is in yourself, and you know exactly where you are. And so align with that energy, you guys. Stop fighting it, because I'm telling you, when I see people fight with this energy, it's like the transits get worse and worse and worse in their chart. And it's almost like if you didn't do the work, it's like the chart almost gets harsher and harsher and harsher. Like for me, for example, I have Pluto squaring Pluto right now, Pluto squaring Saturn, Pluto squaring Mercury. And so all of this energy is all squaring that, okay? Because Pluto is in Capricorn, squaring all my stuff in Libra, and then this full moon squaring all my stuff. And so you guys have to let that stuff go. And the more you release it, the more you just feel good. Like get rid of that baggage that is like no longer serving you and like holding you back, and these relationships that are just like holding strings to you, and they're just energy suckers. They're like energy vampires. And so if that happens to you, know like these are people, energy vampires, and just say like, I don't need them to suck my life force anymore. And own your emotions, own who you are. Patricia said, oh, it can go bye-bye. Exactly. Thank you, Inez. Yeah. So and Frankie says, no, literally, that's what I've been feeling. Yeah, just let it go and go with the flow, you guys. Yeah, it may hurt a little bit because it's really uncomfortable when you have to like let people go. But when you can own your own self-worth, it means so much. Start owning your own self-worth. Start owning your own value. Exactly, Vanessa. And make the room for the new people to arrive in your life, new energy to come in. Because if you live with this harsh energy, you guys, you can't let the flow of new energy to come in, because that energy is keeping you from having new energy flowing in. And they're just literally vampires, like energy suckers that are sucking the life out of you, okay? They're talking bad about you behind your back. They're doing things bad behind you. You have employees that you probably work with that you don't like let this stuff go. And maybe it's even releasing yourself from these people or these situations, or maybe even conversations that you're like, hey, I don't want to align with this anymore. I don't really want to align with how this feels anymore. So Inez says, how do you know where to move to using the stars? My job wants me to move either Atlanta or Orlando, and I'm so confused. I don't know where to go. Inez, one of two things, I'll tell you. One of two things. I have an astromap, can actually tell you that as well. And the second thing is really like ask your heart, like your heart, like put your hand on your heart and just ask your heart, like, where should I go? Like, what feels right in my heart? And really like feel it, right? Just feel it out, just feel like what feels right to me, like where should I be? And just feel it. And what I'm hearing in my head is Orlando. Because I've been to Atlanta. Let me tell you, being blonde in Atlanta, not such a good thing. Right. Good morning, Tara. Good morning, Lindsay. The emotional Cancer energy allows the feelings to flow. Exactly. Flow through. And with this Pluto, you guys, it's digging up those feelings, okay? It's digging up those feelings so they can be healed. And so right now, the full moon is highlighting all of that energy and really highlighting all of those feelings as well, okay? So really understand that. You're welcome, Inez. And so really stand that energy of what it's highlighting and what you're feeling, okay? And I'm not going to go too much. I mean, we have beautiful energy coming into the night. The sun will be sextiling the moon. So the energy gets a lot better. And especially, you guys, I said, today is like the end of a cycle. Okay. So what cyclically do you have to let go of in this cycle that is like the last 2 years or year or whatever? You're like, this has run its course. The energy is no longer needed. I'm moving on into a new elevation. What do I need to let go of? And so this is the day just to let that shit go. Align with that Pluto energy like a good Scorpio. I'm a Scorpio, so I'm used to transformation. I'm used to death. I'm used to rebirth in my life. And so when you can align with that energy and allow it, then it's like you don't have to like fight it when this energy comes later on in life. Because when we get to tomorrow, when the North Node is in Taurus, Taurus and the South Node is in Scorpio, which the full moon's in Scorpio, in Pluto today, which represents Scorpio, you're gonna have to let that shit go. So again, this year is about releasing, okay? So start aligning with that energy of releasing and letting go. I can't tell you enough how many times I've been like talking about this energy. Liz says, Scorpio gang, yes. I got so many people on here that are Scorpio, like literally North Node in Scorpio, Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Moon, Scorpio Ascendants. Yeah, exactly, Mary. Mary's like, I'm a Scorpio Moon. Exactly. Yeah. Okay, you guys, so let's see what the universe wants us to play for them today. Let's see. I'm a Scorpio. My North Node returned this year. Woo woo! Frankie, that's so exciting. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And people don't know, Frankie is like old soul. He has if any of you guys don't know, if you have an ascendant in Capricorn, you're an old soul that actually kind of grew up a little too early when in your like later in your early years, and so you actually age backwards. Like you actually are like older when you're younger, and then as you get older, you're like more of a partier, and so that's like totally Frankie. Yeah. Violet Vortex says, I'm a Virgo, Cancer, Leo. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, so let's see what we have for today. What do we have for today? Okay. Ooh. Okay, let's see this one. Let's see. Let's listen to the speech that broke the internet. You guys want to listen to that one? Let's listen to that one.
Scientists have discovered some people have a secret bathroom habit that keeps them effortlessly.
Oh my God. All right.
Before I share with you some what I do knows, I want to talk with you about what I don't know. All right, I have two older brothers. One was in high school in the early 1970s, and this was a time when a high school GED got you a job, all right, and the college degree was exemplary. My other brother, Pat, was in high school in the early 80s, and by this time, the GED wasn't enough to guarantee employment. You needed a college degree, and if you got one, you had a pretty good chance of getting the kind of job that you wanted after you graduated. Now me, I graduated high school in 1988, got my college degree in 1993, and that college degree in 93 did not mean as much. It was not a ticket, it was not a voucher, it was not a free pass go to anything. So I asked the question, what does your college degree mean? It means you got an education. It means you have more knowledge in a specific subject, vocation. It means you may have more expertise in what your degree is in. But what's it worth? In the job market, out there today, we know the market for college graduates is more competitive now than ever. Now, some of you already have a job lined up. You've got a path where today's job is going to become tomorrow's career. But for most of you, the future is probably still pretty fuzzy. And you don't have that job that directly reflects the degree you just got. Many of you don't even have a job at all. Think about it. You've just completed your scholastic educational curriculum in life, the one that you started when you were 5 years old in kindergarten, up until now, and your future may not be any more clear than it was 5 years ago. You don't have the answers, and it's probably pretty damn scary. And I say that's okay, because that is how it is. This is the reality that many of you are facing. This is the world that we live in. The sooner that we become less impressed with our life, with our accomplishments, with our career, with whatever that prospect is in front of us, the sooner we become less impressed and more involved with that and these things, the sooner we get a whole lot better at doing it. So, I'm going to talk to you about some things that I've learned in my journey. Most from experience, some of them I heard in passing, many of them I'm still practicing, but all of them I do believe are true. Now, they may be truths to me, but don't think that that makes them mine, because you cannot own a truth. So please think of these as signposts, approaches, paradigms that give some science to satisfaction. They're yours to steal, they're yours to share, liken to your own lives, to personally apply in your own lives, in your own way, should you choose to. So, here we go. Number one, this should come up on the Jumbotron. Life's not easy. Is it up there? Life is not easy. It is not. Don't try to make it that way. Life's not fair. It never was. It isn't now, and it won't ever be. Do not fall into the trap, the entitlement trap, of feeling like you're a victim. You are not. Get over it and get on with it. And yes, most things are more rewarding when you break a sweat to get them. Number 2. I love this. Unbelievable is the stupidest word in the dictionary. Should never come out of our mouths. Think about it. To say, oh wow, what an unbelievable play. It was an unbelievable book, an unbelievable film, an unbelievable act of courage. Really? It may be spectacular, it may be phenomenal, most excellent or outstanding. But unbelievable? Give others and yourself more credit. It just happened. You witnessed it. You just did it. Believe it. What about the other side of unbelievable? You know, that side when we humans underperform or act out of our best character. For instance, man flies a suicide jet into the World Trade Center. Millions die from diseases every day that we have cures for. Bob the builder
It's been 3 years ago.
swears that he's going to have your house built by Thanksgiving, and you can't move in until Christmas the next year. Our best friends lie to us, and we lie to ourselves all the time. Unbelievable? I don't think so. Again, it just happens, and it happens every day. Nothing that we Homo sapien earthlings do is unbelievable. And if there's one thing you can depend on people being, it's people. So we shouldn't be surprised. We, us, are the trickiest mammals walking the planet. I'm not worried about the monkeys. I'm worried about you and me. Happiness is an emotional response to an outcome. If I win, I will be happy. If I don't, I won't. It's an if-then, cause and effect, quid pro quo standard that we cannot sustain because we immediately raise it every time we attain it. You see, happiness demands a certain outcome. It is result reliant. And I say if happiness is what you're after, then you're going to be let down frequently, and you're going to be unhappy much of your time. Joy, though. Joy is a different thing. It's something else. Joy is not a choice. It's not a response to some result. It's a constant. Joy is the feeling that we have from doing what we are fashioned to do, no matter the outcome. Now, personally, as an actor, I started enjoying my work and literally being more happy when I stopped trying to make the daily labor a means to a certain end. For example, I need this film to be a box office success.
Right.
You know, I need my performance to be acknowledged. I need the respect of my peers.
Right.
All those are reasonable aspirations, but the truth is, as soon as the work, the daily making of the movie, the doing of the deed became the reward in itself for me, I got more box office, more accolades and respect than I ever had before. See, joy is always in process. It's under construction. It is in constant approach, alive and well in the doing of what we're fashioned to do and enjoying. Number 4, define success for yourself. Now check this out. I'm in south of New Orleans a few years ago, and I went to a voodoo shop. And they had this wooden partition against the wall with these columns. And in these columns were all these vials of these magic potions, right? And the headings above each potion defining what they would give you were things like fertility, health, family, legal help, energy, forgiveness, money. Guess which column was empty? Money.
Somebody please tell me where else you're gonna have this much fucking fun?
Let's admit it. Money is king today. It's what makes the world go round. It is success. The more we have, the more successful we are, right? Now, I would argue that our cultural values have even been financialized. Humility is not in vogue anymore. It's too passive. It's a get rich quick on the internet, rich is 15 minutes of fame world that we live in, and we see it every day. But we all want to succeed, right? So the question that we got to ask ourselves is what success is to us, what success is to you. Is it more money? That's fine. I got nothing against money. Maybe it's a healthy family. Maybe it's a happy marriage. Maybe it's to help others, to be famous, to be spiritually sound, to leave the world a little bit better place than you found it. Continue to ask yourself that question. Now, your answer may change over time, and that's fine. But do yourself this favor. Whatever your answer is, don't choose anything that will jeopardize your soul.
Wow.
Prioritize who you are, who you want to be, and don't spend time with anything that antagonizes your character. Don't drink the Kool-Aid, man. It tastes sweet, but you will get cavities tomorrow. All right? Life is not a popularity contest. Be brave, take the hill, but first answer that question, what's my hill?
So it's 10:30 on a Wednesday.
hold on.
Apparently I've sold close to $3,000 in sales on Amazon already.
So, me, how do I define success? For me, myself. Well, for me, it's a measurement of 5 things. We got fatherhood. We got being a good husband. We got my health, mind, body, and spirit. We got career, and we got friendships. These are what's important to me in my life right now. So I try to measure these 5 things each day. I check in with them. I like to see whether or not I'm in the debit section or the credit section with each one. Am I in the red or am I in the black? You follow? For instance, sometimes say my career's rolling. All right, it's way up here in the black, but I see how my relationship with my wife maybe could use a little bit more of my attention. I got to pick up the slack on being a better husband. Get that one out of the red. Or say my spiritual health could use some maintenance. It's down here, but hey, man, my friendships and my social life, they're in high gear, right?
Whoa.
I got to recalibrate. Checks and balances. I got to go to church. Remember to say thank you more often. Something.
Ooh.
But I got to take the tally because I want to keep all 5 in healthy shape. And I know that if I don't take care of them, if I don't keep up maintenance on them, one of them is going to get weak, man.
Ooh.
It's going to dip too deep into the debit section. It's going to go bankrupt. It's going to get sick. Die. So first, we have to define success for ourselves. And then we have to put in the work to maintain it. Take that daily tally. Tend our garden. Keep the things that are important to us in good shape. I mean,
Exactly,
let's admit it.
Mm-hmm.
We've all got 2 wolves in us. A good one and a bad one. And they both want to eat. Best I can tell, we just got to feed that good one a little more than the other one.
Right.
Here we go. Number 5. Don't leave crumbs. And the beauty of delayed gratification. So what are crumbs? Well, the crumbs I'm talking about are the choices that we make that make us have to look over our shoulder in the future. You didn't pay that guy back the money that you owed him, and tonight you just saw him 3 rows behind you. Shit. You slept around on your spouse, and you just found out that tomorrow she and the lady you're having an affair with are going to be at the same PTA meeting. Shit again. You drank too much last night. You're too hungover to drive your son to his 8 a.m. Saturday morning baseball practice. These are the crumbs. They come in the form of regret, guilt, and remorse. You leave crumbs today, they will cause you more stress tomorrow. And they disallow you from creating a customized future in which you do not have to look over your shoulder. So let's flip the script. Instead of creating outcomes that take from us, let's create more outcomes that pay us back, fill us up, keep your fire lit, turn you on for the most amount of time in your future. These are the choices I'm talking about. And this is the beauty of delayed gratification. All right, tee yourself up. Do yourself a favor. Make the choices, the purchases today that pay you back tomorrow. Residuals. In my business, we call it mailbox money. If I do my job well today, and that movie keeps rerunning on TV, 5 years from now, I'm getting checks in the mailbox. It's a heck of a deal. So whether it's prepping the coffee maker the night before, so all you got to do is press the button in the morning, or getting ready for the job interview early so you don't have to cram the night before, or choosing not to hook up with that married woman because you know you're going to feel horrible about it tomorrow, and her husband carries a gun, or paying your debts on time so that when you do see that guy 3 rows back tonight, you don't have to hunker down in your seat hoping that he don't see you. Get some ROI. You know what that is? Return on investment. Your investment. You. Customize your future. Don't leave crumbs.
Wow, wow. That's so powerful. That's so, so good. It's so, so true. So what I got from that, which I just want to reiterate, is what is it in our life that we define success, right? Where is in our life that we define success? And where is it in our life where we are letting ourselves go, where we're like have empty these spaces, where we're spending too much time doing one thing and not enough. And this reminds me of last night. I have Taylor here. I normally don't have her here on Monday nights, and that's why I'm down here. And last night, she was like, Mommy, I want to come home and I want to be with you. And so I was like, okay, honey, I'll go pick you up. And her dad and I have a very open relationship where if our girls want to come to either one of us, we do that. And so she's been kind of feeling like this neediness lately, right? And so I told my ex-husband, I was like, maybe I just need to spend more time with her. So where is it in your life where you have an empty bucket of where you aren't having a part of your life where it's not successful? Where is that in your life? And so with this full moon, where do you need to provide these new opportunities to come into you and to put more tokens in that bucket? And like I told you guys, I've been really backing up on my astrology and focusing more on my friends, because I've seen that, yes, while my business is thriving, my friends are falling apart, and I can't have that. How can I have these friendships that are falling apart? And not meaning that our friendship is falling apart, but they're falling apart and they need me to be there for them. Good morning, Celeste and Nika. And so really understand that, you guys, of where is that you've had that? Where are you also doing crumbs where you're having to live with regret? And I will tell you what happened to me, and I don't mind sharing my story, is that when in 2018, I broke up with like a love of my life. We were together for 5 years, and we broke up, and I met another guy, and I got pregnant. All right. So I got pregnant, and it was on December 18th I got pregnant. Well, I got back together with the guy of 5 years, December 19th. And so I didn't know who the father of my oldest daughter was. And that is a crumb that I had to live with. I had to deal with. And it was either, do I get an abortion or do I have this child? And do I face that drum of what I did? And so like that are those crumbs that you don't want to leave, or you make those decisions. And I'm telling you, God always aligns me. Like I can't get away with shit at all. The first time I ever cheated on a test, that's a crumb. I got caught. Where is it in your life that you are leaving crumbs behind? Where is it in your life where you're not aligned with what the universe has for you? Where is it in your life where you emotionally need to let go of something, where also you harbor regret, anxiety, animosity, hate, any of that stuff? Where with this full moon do you need to let that go? Where in this full moon do you need to release that? To release that, like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I did that, right? To release that resentment of who you were. Because I could hold that dear to my heart and just be like, you're such a bad person for having a child. And, you know, and I had to tell both the dads, I had to tell like the man that I love that this wasn't his child. And it killed him and it killed me. But when you can honor that part of you and be okay and say, I am only human and having a human experience. And like he said, don't leave crumbles. And as we go into this new year with the North Node in Taurus, like what experiences can you be changing in your life so it's in more alignment of who you are, more in alignment of what is happening to you. So really align with that, okay? Really align with whatever that is. And if some of you, like Anne, are like perfect, then go for it. If you're a perfect person living in this perfect world, then go, you be you, girl. But I have had many experiences where I am not a perfect human. And so I've had many things where I've had to own up on my crumbs that I have left behind. And so where is that in your life? Where do you need to put those little tokens to help other people's, okay? You're welcome, Frankie. You know, here's what I feel about sharing my journey, you guys, is I feel like when you tell people the crap that you've been through or what you've experienced, like no one can hold that against you, right? When you tell people like what you've experienced, like no one can ever hold that against you. And so you're like, yeah, so what? Like I drank and I almost got a DUI and I blew, like I passed the test and I blew. Like what is, being you and being real and being human and being raw is so good for you. It's so good for your health to let people know, like, it's okay to be real. It's okay to be authentic. It's okay to go through shit and to experience life. When I was younger, I, was 16 and it was the first time I was with all these seniors and it was the end of the year and we stole all this stuff and I got caught, of course, because I get caught with everything. And it's like, and I had to like go home and I pretended like I was like my mom, like, yeah, I know she stole and blah, blah, blah. And then my mom came home, intuitive as she is. She looked in my backpack and she's like, what is this? And she totally found the slip from the cop. And I was like, oh my God. She's like, yeah, you're not going out tonight. Yes, Vanessa, it's so liberating to let that stuff go and just know we're all human. And when you can share those experiences, you guys, like you can allow other people to be human. You can allow other people to share their scars. I have friends that are like, Missy, I know you won't judge me. You know why? Because I've been through shit and I share my experiences with them. And so I never judge them whatever they're going through because I know that they need someone to talk to and they're having a human experience. And so having so much compassion on yourself and other people is just so healthy and it's so good, but it's got to start with you. So where is it today that you can release this energy where you don't have compassion on yourself? Where is that in your life that you can have that? Now I did see that orb that time. So where is that in your life that you can let that go? Okay. So I'm going to read you one more thing and then we'll pray us out. And my daughter, I can hear her like running around upstairs. She's awake. Okay, so let's see, which one should I read? From good to very good. God said, let there be light. And then I think I read that one already. Let's read this one. A second time, the angel of the Lord came back a second time and touched him and said, get up and eat, for the journey is too much for you. The prophet Elijah had just gone from one of the greatest victories of his life to running away in defeat at threats of Queen Jezebel. He was sitting under a tree so depressed that he didn't want to live. He'd just seen a tremendous miracle, but now he was tired of fighting, tired of standing strong. Maybe like Elijah, you've been doing all the right things, praying and believing, seeing victories, but now you're just tired. You've lost your drive. You may not have given up on life, but you've given up on your dreams. Here's the good news. God will send somebody, God will send somebody to breathe new life into your dreams that you have. Maybe where that somebody is for you. You're not reading this by accident. God is saying that the best of your life is yet to come. He has victories. He has new friendships, new mountains for you to climb. God doesn't condemn us or write us off. Between we weren't strong enough. God sent an angel to feed Elijah once and then the second time to strengthen him. That is how God is, and that is what he'll do for you. He's coming a second time with blessings to push you into the fullness of your destiny. Oh my God. I love that. It's so true. When we get tired and we get weary, you guys, like he sends people our way, Alyssa says, always been an open book. Yeah, you have. Yeah. And so Tara said faith. Exactly. So let me pray us out. I can hear the dog and my daughter running around upstairs. But, it's true. Like, where is it in our life that, people have come along and like picked us up? They put like, we're tired, we're weak, we feel defeated, we're like, we don't know what to do. Where is it in life that God is like, yes, but I placed an angel in your life to help you. I placed an angel in your life to pick you up and move you to this higher ground, to help you and move you. Peter says, I've been releasing fear about a money screen at Paul's. Yeah, like crazy 2 days ago. Oh, that's awesome. You just picked me up with your honesty. Oh, you're so welcome, Dave. I appreciate that. Yeah, I think sometimes, people see me, they're like, oh, Missy, you have such a perfect life and you're so pretty and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, what? I'm like, you do not want to walk this life. I was like, this is a hard life that I've had to walk, and so many people think that about me. And it's like, you know what, guys, this life I've lived is so hard, But the beauty of it though, is I have seen so much, because I've experienced so much, I'm used to like finding the gratitude. I'm used to finding the things I'm grateful for. I'm used to now seeing like the silver lining of like why things are happening in my life. And so yes, Celeste, it's Scorpio life. And so when you feel this energy, that's why, it's because I can now see the brighter side of life, the brighter side of the future because of what I've experienced. I also have Pluto conjunct Saturn, so talk about lots of transformation and rebirth. Trish says you're relatable and able to help many people. Oh, thank you. Okay, so I'm gonna pray us out. Father God, I just thank you for this beautiful, beautiful Sunday. Monday. I thank you for this full moon in Cancer. I just want to pray for anybody right now that is holding any anger, aggression, resentment, and emotionally holding on to someone that they need to let go of, holding on to something or someone that they need to release, that they're just hanging on to and they won't let go. Because it's when we let go, we can let new energy in. We can let new energy flow to us with the start of this new year with the North Node moving into Taurus. So where is it with today that you need to release these emotions, to release the anxiety, to release the worry, to release the stress onto Father God? Where is it where you're like, I'm done, I'm tired, like Elijah, and you're like, God, I can't take this anymore. And he's like, give it to me, child. I will pick it up and I will make it better for you. Where is it that the angels have been tapping on your shoulder and you haven't been listening? Where is it that the angels have been saying, hey, you've been spending too much time doing this and you need to be doing that in order to have more success in your life? Where is that? Where have you been pouring too much into one cup and the other cup is empty? Where is that in your life? Where do you need to find that more balance emotionally in your life? Where things are off kilter, where you're giving your power away, that you have energy vampires that are sucking the energy out of you and you need to release them and let them go? Where is it that you have anxiety and an animosity held up for other people, that you need to put boundaries around that energy because you're like, I can't have you be an energy vampire anymore. I can't have you use me. I can't have you abuse me. Where is that in your life? Where is that in your life? Because I'm telling you, when you align with that, you find your self-worth. You find your love for yourself. You find who you are when you put up all that stuff. And so with this full moon, release that. Release those emotions that have been building up inside of you. Release that forgiveness. Release that animosity and start living in your truth. Start living in your truth of what makes you feel at home in your own self, in your own body. Where is it that you need to forgive yourself because you're holding on to something that you haven't forgiven yourself for? Where is that? I want to release that today with this full moon. I want you to let that go. Write it out, release it, burn it, do whatever you have to do. This full moon is happening at 4 p.m., 6 p.m., 7 p.m. East Coast time. Where is that you need to release this energy and let it go so the new energy can flow in? Where do you need to release that and let this go? And have this beautiful energy starting to this Monday of the work week and moving in this brand new direction as the moon today is highlighting the emotions in your life, highlighting exactly where this needs to be released so you can become aligned with yourself, aligned with who you are, aligned with your truth. So I'm sending you guys so much love and so much light on this beautiful Monday. In Jesus' name, amen. All right, you guys, I love you. Oh, thank you, Tara. Miss these prayers activate me on a whole new heart. I love it. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you. I love you guys. Made you the beautiful soul you are. Thank you, Vanessa. You're so sweet. I kind of read that when I started praying. So I love you guys. Sending you so much love today. And remember, when you align with your truth, when you align with your heart, don't be a people pleaser, okay? Don't be a people pleaser. We're getting out of that. I know a lot of people can be people pleasing. I know I have a hard time with that. My moon's in my 12th house, so I hide a lot of my emotions. And that's how I get caught in stupid situations, like, going with all those seniors and stealing, how I got caught in a situation where I got pregnant. And so don't people please, because when you people please, you leave crumbs behind, okay? And I only tell you this from my own heart. So Amber, happy full moon, everybody. Jenny, awesome. Libra moon, I love it. I love it. I love you guys. Yes, Frankie, no people pleasing. All right, you guys, sending you so much love, so much light. Have an amazing, amazing day. Thank you, Rick.